So in this lesson we will discuss while loop. So while loop is a very popular loop in all of the programming languages. So this loop has no iterator in itself. We have to iterate the loop ourselves. So here's a classical example of while loop that prints values from one to a number. Like here it is 5. So in this example we have taken an iterator value I is assigned 1, and we are checking a condition where I is less than equals to 5, and we print the value of I and we increment 1 in I. So when the loop starts we have I is equals to 1 and we print the value of 1. Next time it's incremented to 2 and then we check again. So this time 2 is less than equals to 5, and this continues until this condition becomes false. So if we run this program we can see, and we can see the printed values from 1 to 5. So while loop is most commonly used for input validation. So here's an application how we can use it for input validation. So here we have a password, and in password we are entering password variable. We are entering a password. We are asking a user to enter a password with minimum 6 characters, and in loop we are checking if the length of the password, length is a built-in function that gives us the length of a string, and if the length of the string is lesser than 6, then we have to print the password is too short, try again, and we have to input again until the condition becomes false, and we come out of the loop, and then we can say the password is correct or password is safe. So now let's run it. Let's say if I enter something Python, so it's a 6 character a password, and it's acceptable. So if I enter anything less than 6, so it will ask again, okay, until I enter something that's greater than or equals to 6. Okay, so next we have break and continue statements. So in an infinite loop, sometimes we need to eliminate or terminate the loop. So in some cases we need to like move on, we need to skip a certain step in a loop. So for that reason we use break and continue statement. So currently we have an application of these two statements. So for example, there is a while true loop. We are taking input, and we are actually checking if the user has entered exit or not. If the user has entered exit, so we can break. What break does is what it does is takes it out of the loop. So we'll break the loop, we'll come out, and if there are rest of the lines in the code, those will be executed. So for now, what we do, we are taking input, and there are like two more functions added at the end. There is a strip function and a lower function. What strip does, it removes all the spaces or handles or line breaks. So and the lower, it converts any uppercase character into lowercase characters. So when we enter the input, we check if the text is equals to exit, we print stop, and we break and we come out of the loop. If it's not true, we haven't entered exit, it will print that you have typed this text, and it will continue. Let's see it in action. So let's say if I enter you, so it will say you have typed you, and it's saying enter exit to stop. So let's say if I enter exit, it will stop. So this is like this is what break does. So break can like break you out of the loop when you don't need the loop need the loop to further work. Next we have an application of continue. So this is when you skip a step and you move, like continue with the loop. So here we have an n variable in which we are taking an integer input. We're actually typecasting the input as well. We have two more integer variables, count and total, and there's a loop that's checking where count is less than n. So until this statement is true, this loop will continue and work. We are also entering an input. We are asking an input from the user, and we are like incrementing each time we enter the loop, and we are continuously working on it. And if x is lesser than 0, the input we are entering here now, what we will do, we are skipping the negative number. We will not be adding negative number, and we will be adding it to total. So every time we enter a negative number, we will skip. So in order to skip, we have placed a condition and placed a continuous statement. Whenever we enter a negative number, it will not be added to total, and we will skip this step. So for example, so let's say we want to enter 5, and let's enter 1, 3, 2, 4, and if I enter -9, so you can see that it has summed these numbers 1, 3, 2, and 4, which sums up to 10, but it has skipped -9. So due to this reason, we need to use continuous statement. What it does, it has skipped the total summing process in the value. So -9 was not added to the total. So this way we can use continuous statement. So next we have homework mini assignments. So we will discuss it in the next lesson. Thank you for now.